Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, St. Ours, that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. Come on, it's a celebration. Good afternoon. I like it. There, we're going to start this out right, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dana Brooks, and I have the honor to serve as Dean of the College of Physical Activity and Sports Sciences. On behalf of the faculty, staff, alumni, and administration, welcome to the 2013 College of Physical Activity and Sports Sciences graduation ceremony. In reflecting, graduation is a time for celebration, and yes, we're going to celebrate today. A time for reflection. Reflect about your classes, your internships, the angles you take, the places you travel to, the new friends that you've met. A time to look forward. Yes, graduates, Monday, tomorrow, is looking in the face. And where are you going tomorrow? A time to say thank you to your parents, family, friends, and faculty who supported you during your time on the WVU campus. So class of 2013, in a few seconds, would you please join me and the college's faculty and staff to give a warm, very warm Mountaineer thank you to those who supported you prior to your arrival on campus and during your stay on campus. So I would ask at this time, the family members, the friends, the guests, and everyone associated graduate, please stand. Let us say thank you for your support. So stand up. Come on, graduates, stand up. Thank them. Didn't that feel good? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to work with a world-class faculty and staff, second to none. At this time, I respectfully request that the college's faculty please stand and let us say thank you for all your hard work. The CPAS faculty and staff. I would like to have the following graduates stand and be recognized: our honor students and our Latin honor students. We'd also like to recognize the graduates who served our nation with valor and sacrifice. The red, white, and blue cords that these students wear today are a tribute to their selfless service. We also honor the faculty and staff who have served. Let's thank them all for the dedication and commitment they and their families have given us. So please, honor students, stand up and let's say thank them. Faculty members who served as well. Yes, thank you for your service. allow me to introduce our platform party and our special guests. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs and my boss, please welcome Dr. Michelle Wheatley. Dr. Wheatley. Chief Diversity Officer, David Freisen Esquire, AKA my golfing buddy, David Freisen. Our commencement speaker, Major Harris, AKA Mr. Heisman Trophy. Mr. Harris, please stand up. The chair of our visiting committee, Judith Hayes, all the way in from Houston, Texas. She just flew in for the ceremony. Judy, stand up. We also have with us today Mr. Garrett Ford. Mr. Galaxy himself is in the house. Garrett Ford, please stand up. We'll do some more later. I'd also like to recognize Mr. William Howler, who provides the prelude, processional, and the recessional. Mr. Howler, thank you. Aaron Scarberry is out there somewhere, provided the national anthem, and will sing our alma mater. I will be, yes, come on, thank them for all they do for us. There's a lady I'm going to ask to come forward. Her name is Carol Strait. Carol Strait, if you stand, let's say thank you, Carol Strait, for all of your hard work in the Record Center. Come on, give it to her. And graduates, you know how much work Carol puts in preparing today and nurturing along the way, so you got here today. I also want to recognize our ambassadors who work behind the scenes, so a round of applause for our ambassadors and for our signers. We need to thank them as well. For graduates during the interview session, I was asked the following question. What is the most enjoyable aspect of my job? I had a few options to choose from, but without hesitation, I would say it's the annual graduation ceremonies. Words cannot express the joy, the love, and excitement on the faces of you, the graduates, the faculty, staff, and the students. Today, I feel that sense of pride, of accomplishment, enthusiasm, and energy that's here today. So we're going to have some fun, but remember, it's always been about you, the students. That's why we're here, to serve you. So Graduate University faculty has prepared you for employment in a global marketplace. We've done our job. But looking towards the future, I'd like to share 3 important attributes that I think will serve you well as you complete your professional journey. So my gift to you is the gift of 3 P's: passion, pride, and persistence. Passion. Have passion and show enthusiasm with everything you do. Enthusiasm. I wish I could inoculate each and every one. I think I gave you a shot of B12 passion. I wish I could do that. However, passion is a unique gift, a special gift that you must find on your own. I hope you will find your passion if you haven't done so for the careers that you have chosen, be it athletic training, sport and exercise psychology, sports management, athletic coaching education, or physical education, teacher education. Ladies and gentlemen, my passion, and I've been in the industry now for 30-some years, my passion remains teaching and learning. It motivates me each and every day to hope to become a more effective teacher, administrator, and advocate for you, the students. P is pride. Take pride in any job that you hold. I'm going to quote from you Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who wrote, "If a man or woman be called to be a street sweeper, he or she should sweep streets even as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He or she should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, here lived a great street sweeper who did his or her job well." So I encourage you to take pride and strive to be the best in your chosen profession. The last P is persistence. Legendary coach John Wooden said to us that persistence is stronger than failure. Graduates, you will face at some level setbacks in your career, in your life. However, what matters is your drive and desire to persevere and to learn from your mistakes and to view each opportunity as a learning opportunity. I'm reminded from my days in athletics, which was a few years ago, that we often learn more from our failures than we do by winning our events. So in closing, remember the 3 Ps: passion, pride, persistence. I believe these attributes will serve you well and have served you well. Congratulations, class of 2013. We're so proud of your achievements. And let's say again, let's go Mountaineers. I'd now like to invite to the podium Dr. Valerie Wader, chair of our Coaching Teaching Studies Department, and she will introduce our student speaker, Dr. Valerie Wader.
It is a pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Nicole Katz, recipient of the CPAS Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award. Nicole is completing her Bachelor's of Science degree in Physical Education, Teacher Education this spring. She's decided to pursue a master's degree in Physical Education, Teacher Education. You know, one of the objectives of going to college is for an individual to be able to increase the body of knowledge and acquire those employable skills. But another important objective is for an individual to grow and develop as a person. In 4 years that Nicole has spent at WVU, I truly believe she has grown not only professionally, but personally in so many ways. How has she accomplished that? Well, let me tell you a few ways. She was recognized as the NASP Major of the Year and the PEAT Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award recipient. She's been on the CPAS Dean's List every semester since fall of 2009. She has served on the Dean's Student Advisory Board and served as an executive board member for the Mountaineer Maniacs. As an undergraduate student, she has co-presented with a PEAT faculty member and graduate students at 2 different professional conferences. She has served as secretary of the Physical Education, Teacher Education Majors Club. She served as a mentor at Suncrest Primary School. She is certified in NASB's Physical Best and Fitnessgram. She's a leader, a supporter, and a counselor to her fellow students. May I present to you Ms. Nicole Katz.
Hello. It is such an honor to stand before a group of so many bright and talented individuals on this special day. Every journey must begin somewhere. Mine began in a classroom with a group of professors and one simple equation written on the board. C squared plus I squared equals A. Only it was not that simple because I had absolutely no idea how you would square C or square I somehow equal A. Our professors expected us to memorize the equation and model it along our journey. As a class, we laughed about the idea, made fun of it, and then we learned what it meant. Could it be that this equation may actually prove to be meaningful? It turns out my professors actually had a point to their madness: content, communities, integrity, inquiry, and learning for all. This formula may even resonate with some of you sitting here today, regardless of your major or future professional plans. C, content. Along our journeys, we are taught professional content in relation to our fields. We are also expected to apply that content to our future professional plans. In the physical education, teacher education, or what we call the PEAT program, you have the opportunity to teach some of the PE classes at the university. During this past fall semester, I was assigned to teach a golf class. Some of you may have missed the humor in that statement, but that is only because you have never had the opportunity to see me golf. So worried about looking ridiculous in front of my class, I did everything I could in a short period of time to prepare. I sent countless text messages and phone calls to my dad, my golf expert, to ask questions. I made my boyfriend teach me everything he knew about the sport, and I begged my classmate Dustin to please turn me into Tiger Woods. If we went golfing today, I would still be horrible. However, I have such in-depth knowledge about the sport that I could teach you a thing or two about the game. As we all venture out into our professions, we will be expected to be experts in our content area. As new graduates, people will turn to us in all of our fields and expect us to know the most current trends, relevant findings, and most effective practices. We have been prepared to this point to have this knowledge, yet we must still commit to lifelong learning and be prepared to find the newest information. C, community. Working together is not always easy. However, it is crucial to create professional relationships with those working around you and to help each other grow and develop. I was accepted into the PEAT program along with 18 other individuals. Since the day we were accepted, we've had matching schedules, taken every class together, and created our own little community. It has been a journey. Through our journey, this group of individuals have done it all. They have made me laugh uncontrollably. They have tested my patience on many countless occasions, and most importantly, they found a way to turn into family. It is with this group of people that I have shared some of my fondest memories. Together, we have shared countless beverages, and even more importantly, we have faced tragedy head on. Through this tragedy, we found strength in our unity, where we were each other's shoulder to cry on and a helping hand when needed. How blessed I am to have shared these experiences with this group of people. Like Winnie the Pooh once said, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Along with my cohort of friends, I've also been so privileged to learn from the absolute best. What an honor it has been to work with a group of professionals that push you to be better, yet are there to catch you when you fall. A group of admirable individuals who really are working towards shaping us into the leaders we need to be and the professionals we are becoming. Howard Twilley once said, "My coach gave me the greatest gift anyone can give. He believed in me." I owe these special coaches, my professors, endless thank yous. I know all of you sitting here today have created friendships within your professional communities. Treasure them. Always keep in mind you have professors willing to stand behind you when you need it, and a keepsake group of professional friends who will never stop standing beside you. Never forget that Morgantown will always be your home. I, integrity. Being able to align your ethics with those of your professions is almost crucial to being successful. Holding yourself to those ethics can be the difference between sinking and swimming. As we are becoming professionals, we must remember the ethics and responsibilities attached to our professions. Many celebrities complain that paparazzi camp outside their house, take photos of them at the gym, or interrupt their Sunday brunch. Being in the public eye can be tough. What some of you may not realize is that a teacher also has paparazzi. Only our paparazzi are typically between the ages of 5 and 18, and they're usually less invasive. Instead of snapping photos of you at the gym, but I wouldn't put it past them, they are usually armed and ready for you in general places, like the grocery store. They have impeccable timing, might I add, always popping up right as you grab the cookie dough ice cream or party-sized bag of Doritos. You can't help but be impressed when they speak up to remind you, junk isn't a food group. You know, the direct quote you used in class earlier that week. My point is not to stray you away from your guilty pleasures, but only to remind you we all have our own paparazzi. They come in all ages, and they are always armed with a watchful eye. Figure out your ethics, your morals, and then hold yourself to them. Scott Fitzgerald said it best, "I hope you live a life you're proud of. If you find that you are not, I hope you have the strength to start all over." I, inquiry. Being able to accept criticism in a positive light is important. Being reflective on your job or projects completed is equally important. Michael Jordan said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed. I can't tell you how many times throughout my college career I've given pep talks to myself similar to the one that MJ gave when dealing with all of the work and projects. You all know where I'm coming from. Those endless projects that seem so pointless. Those papers you spent all night writing only to get back with big red ink that says, resubmit. Or, for my cohort sitting here today, spending 3 hours a day fighting over codes, only to find out there is no right answer. Yet, we do it. We review our work, we resubmit the papers, we finish the endless projects. We must be given the opportunity to fail, especially in the beginning. Failure can be a wonderful gift. By persevering through those times of failure, we have sought guidance, accepted advice, reflected on the goods, the bads, and the ugly, and as a result, we have been given the opportunity to succeed. A, learning for all. Our ability to recognize, appreciate, and celebrate our differences and be accommodating to meet the needs of our learners. While completing my student teaching, I had the opportunity to work at North Elementary School, one of the most diverse schools in the Morgantown area. It represents 52 different countries, and there are over 40 different languages fluently spoken. Talk about needing to be accommodating for learning. During a specific lesson, I was working with a group of kindergarten students to test them on their push-ups. What a challenge it is to manage 27 little nuggets and still test for quality push-ups. I finally got to Carlos, who only speaks Spanish. He looks at me, not being able to understand the directions, and just shrugs his shoulders. Knowing he needed to get this done, I got down beside him and started doing push-ups. He followed right along with my lead. Perfect push-ups. I was surprised to see that by simply modeling the behavior I wanted him to perform, he immediately understood. No words needed. What an inspirational moment. I saw a billboard before that said, "Diversity is the one true thing that we all have in common." What a profound thought. As we all venture out in the world, we will take paths in many different directions. Many of you will find yourself overseas, where the languages spoken are not your forte. Remember to accommodate, to be tolerant, and respectful of differences. Keep in mind that all of us sitting here today have one true commonality: sports, movement, or physical activity. I expect that you too will find that movement transcends all, and maybe it can be your breakthrough for the communication barriers you encounter. Now here we are, the final step of our journey at WVU. We still may have no idea why anyone would want to square C or square I and somehow get A. However, we do stand here today much wiser from our experiences, with friendships that are timeless, with our morals figured out, hopefully, reflective of the things we do, and ready to adapt to the people and experiences we come across. We have been made mountaineers strong. I wish all of you sitting here today endless success in your future plans. Congratulations, class of 2013. We did it.
Nicole, on behalf of the faculty, your classmates, and are your parents in the audience? Would they please step as well? Let's recognize them. Yes. Yay. Yeah. Got that? Don't run off. And the rest of the story. The faculty, to my right, select the NASP Major of the Year. It was not the dean's office, the provost's office was the faculty. After that presentation, you have a pretty good idea why the faculty did a great job selecting Nicole as our NASP Major Year. Congratulations, Nicole. Just had Nicole and her family joined us in our national conference in North Carolina. And during that ceremonies, Nicole was recognized as one of the NASP Major Years across the United States, about 225. So Nicole, we're very, very proud of you. Now my privilege to welcome to the podium, I'd say a very, very good friend, a football legend, former assistant football coach, former assistant athletic director, but just as important to me, someone who truly cares, even today, about all students, particularly student athletes. So please welcome to the podium Mr. Garrett Ford, who will introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Garrett Ford.
First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the graduates this year. I'm really proud of you. And I hope that you guys who are graduating has taken the time to turn around to the people behind you or to go to mom and dad and get that special hug, because some of you all have no idea the sacrifices your parents had to make to get you where you are today. And you should really appreciate it. You don't know how many times they've had to give up this, give up that, gone to practice and taking you here and so forth. So I really think that if you get an opportunity, give mom a special kiss, hug your wife, kiss the kids, your cousins and nephews, because you're role models for somebody, and you have no idea that you are. And congratulations to you. I am really proud today and really happy that I was asked to introduce the 2013 commencement speaker this year, Major Harris. I've been associated with Major since his freshman year, fall of 1987. That's when he first came here. I've had the opportunity to see him grow into the person he is today. Coming out of high school, Brashear High School in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Major was highly recruited by numbers of schools. Numbers of schools wanted him. Pittsburgh, the University of Pittsburgh, offered him a scholarship, but they did not want him as a quarterback. They wanted him to play defense. Don Nillen, who was the football coach at the time at WVU, talked to Major and offered Major an opportunity to come and play for the Mountaineers at the position of quarterback. He chose West Virginia because he knew that Don was a sincere person and Don was going to tell it like it is, and he got a chance to play quarterback. Pitt's loss was West Virginia's gain. In his freshman year, he sat out. He didn't play that year. The first year that he started his second year here, and they call that a redshirt year, where you sit out and you get experience and you get an extra year of eligibility. But his first year starting at quarterback, Major led the Mountaineers to the Sun Bowl against Oklahoma State. I remember making that trip. It was cold in El Paso, never been to El Paso, and it was a great thrill to see the Mountaineers out there. His second year, Major led the Mountaineers to an undefeated football season. The only time that I can remember, and I've been around here for 50 years, that we've won every game, and Major led that year to 10-0. And we ended up playing Notre Dame, number one ranked team in the country, in the Fiesta Bowl in Tempe, Arizona. That was a great thrill. Major ended his playing career. He left here his third year to go play professional football. He was drafted in 1994, I believe, by the Los Angeles Raiders. But he didn't play for the Raiders. He chose to go to Canada and play for the British Columbia Lions. And he was there for a while and got experience doing that. Major was chosen as a finalist for the Heisman Award 3 times when he was here. In 1988 and 1989, he was one of the top 3 players considered for the Heisman Trophy. He was chosen as an All-American for the Kodak All-American team in 1989. In 2009, Major was inducted into the exclusive National Collegiate Football Hall of Fame. Now, let me tell you, a bunch of us have played football, and I think I should be in there too, but that's another story. Major was chosen as a candidate, and he was accepted to the Hall of Fame, which I think is a great compliment. I can go on and on about the compliments, about the success that Major's had in athletics, but I am so proud and more proud of Major for the fact that he came back to school in 1994 and received his degree in CPAS. And I think that's a great tribute, because let me tell you something, the people in the CPAS program are the best people at the university. I worked here for 40 years, and I've had kids in all sports, and there was never a time that I didn't send a kid or a kid went to a professor and help was not available for him. Poor Carol Strait, she knows everything about all our kids. She's done a lot for us. So it's a great compliment for me to introduce to you the 2013 commencement speaker, Major Harris.
Here's Harris in trouble. Stiff arms, the would-be tackler. Comes out of the 25 to 20. Goes around about at the 15 to 10 to 5. A touchdown with Virginia. He did it. What a move he made on the first tackler. What a move he made on the second, on the third. And he gallops in for the touchdown.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I just want to tell Dr. Brooks, I'm mad at you. He told me when he called me, he said, I want to get your weight, your height, your hat size. So when I got here, I thought I had some football equipment waiting on me. You know, so I'm a little in panic mode right now because I thought I was going to be over at, the field running and throwing the football. So this is something new to me. But first of all, I just want to thank the faculty here. I want to thank all the honorees for inviting me, because anytime you get invited to speak, it's an honor in itself. Because you think about it, you can really bring anybody in to speak. So for them to call me and have me come in here to speak, it's an honor in itself. And I'd just like to say thank you for that. The class of 2013, congratulations on a job well done. And when you think about it, it only happens once a year. So you're in the class by yourself. So that's a great honor. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to talk about my experience of coming to college. Coming out of high school, my goal was to play professional basketball, but I was getting all this publicity in football. So my goal in life changed. Just like in life, you might want to be one thing and it might change. You just gotta, in a sense, roll with the punches, so to speak. So when I started getting all these offers for football and not for basketball, I said, well, I'm gonna parlay this into a situation where I can play both sports. When I got here, it wasn't happening. Coach Nealon, he said I couldn't play basketball. So I never pictured myself in like up for the Heisman or playing for the national championship. Basically, I was here just to, be here, try to help a team win. And then all that stuff kind of fell into place. Then once I left college, I left 1 year early. It was a saying out when I was back in college about the dumb jock. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It was a situation where a guy played sports, football, basketball, baseball, and after he get done playing, he didn't have his degree. And that ended up being me. Here it is, I played 3 years here. I left my 4th year, turned pro. And when I left and turned pro, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. So I ended up being that dumb jock that they used to always talk about, guy that played football, never got his degree. And when I realized that, I said, hey, man, I got to do something about that. So in '93, I ended up coming back to school and finishing my degree. And when I look back on it, through my years of playing after that, that was really the best thing that happened to me, because you always hear the story about, that's something they can't take away from you, and it's true. Even though it's over 20 years, they might show highlights of me and stuff like that, but my degree is the one thing that, nobody can take away from me. It's like a tattoo on me now, and it's hard to realize that early on, but as you get older, you'll see. Basically with that, I just want to go into a situation or talk about a situation of living life where you feel you got the short end of the stick, how you gonna react. A lot of times in life, people, in a sense, use circumstances against themselves. They say, well, if I do this, I'm gonna fail anyway. The way the system is set up, you gotta do what you gotta do. And what I mean by that, if the system say you gotta get a degree to be a doctor or gotta go to law school to be a lawyer, that's what you gotta do. Then if it don't work out for you, if you fulfill those roles, then you can complain. But you can't complain before you do it. And a lot of times that's what happens. You hear a lot of people, well, it ain't fair, it ain't fair. Well, the instructions say do this, do it. Then if it don't work out, then you have more reasons to, or you have a better, you have more ammo to complain about that. And last but not least, I just want to say this. Regardless of what happened in life, keep struggling, keep fighting, and if it don't work out in one way, try another way. And with that, I'd just like to say, let's go Mountaineers. Thank you.
When we were thinking about the speaker to speak to your class of 2013 and reminding one of the gifts of the P's, one of those gifts was persistence and perseverance. I cannot think of anyone that truly represents perseverance. Here's a gentleman that was Heisman Trophy candidate on a number of occasions, world-class athlete, heart as big as all outdoors, still worked for children, youth there in the Pittsburgh area. But he took time out of his busy schedule, yes, ladies and gentlemen, to be with you today. So ladies and gentlemen, Major, on behalf of the class of 2013, the faculty, please accept this small token of our appreciation for all you've done, CPAS alum. I'll invite Aaron Scarberry to sing My Home Among the Hills. Aaron.
There's a land of rolling mountains where the sky is blue above, and though I may roam, I hurry home to the friendly hills I love, where the moonlit meadows ring with the call of whippoorwills. Always you will find me in my home among the hills, and where the sun draws rainbows in the mist of waterfalls and mountain rills, my heart will be always in the West Virginia hills. Their autumn hillsides are bright with scarlet trees, and in the spring the robins sing, while apple blossoms whisper in the breeze, and there is music in the flashing streams, and joy in fields of daffodils, laughter through the happy valley of my home among the hills.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time in the program we move to the presentation of the degree candidates. First, I would like to invite our platform party. If you would join me in front of the podium, please. That's Provost Wheatley, Major Harris, Garrett Ford, Judy Hayes. If you'll join us in front, please. Carol Strait will assist with the distribution of diploma jackets, and Chelsea Wooding will assist with the distribution of the graduation gifts. I now invite to the podium Dr. Valerie Wada, Chair of Coaching and Teaching Studies. If you come forward, please. Okay, have your students stand up.
If the faculty in the Department of Coaching and Teaching Study would please come forward. Receiving the Doctorate of Education in Physical Education Teacher Education is William Michael Miller. I know he's not here today, but we'll recognize him. We have two individuals receiving the Doctorate of Kinesiology in Physical Education Teacher Education. If William J. Davis would please come forward. And James D. Wyatt. How about the first row, please stand. Receiving a Master's of Science in Athletic Coaching Education, Zachary Lane Boone, who again is in absentia today. Evan James Clifton. Nicholas Grimes, Andrew Hesslink, Joseph Ililning, Derek Paul Sapp. Justin Simpson, Martin Gerard Slavin. Now we are going to the Masters of Science in Physical Education, Teacher Education. Renee Caroline Dietrich.
Thank you so much.
Ryan R. Gordy. Adam Hughes. Alicia A. Kurtz. Kelly Lamb. Cassandra Semanchik. Receiving Bachelor's of Science in Athletic Coaching Education, Benjamin Bazilla. Craig Blake. Corey Bosley. Theodore Anthony Brown II. William Ewing. Vincent A. Gerardina, who is graduating magna cum laude. Graduating cum laude, Brandon Golden. Ken Hemamankai. Benjamin Hatfield. Joshua Linwood Lohman. James McKinney. Andrew Michael Oates. Matthew T. O'Neill. Victoria Palomares. Graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Physical Education, Teacher Education. Eric Beck. Nicholas Paul Beagle. Graduating cum laude, Emily Black. Joshua Campese. Cody Canby. Dane Corbett. Graduating cum laude, Daniel Cox. Michael Diageo. Graduating magna cum laude, Amber Equerme. Daniel Scott Gaddish. Lindsay Marie Gilbert. Graduating cum laude, Justin A. Isberg. Nicole S. Katz. Morgan S. Martin. Brian Potter. Dustin Punty. Graduating cum laude, Mark Zeno. Now I'd like to call Dr. Jack Watson to this podium.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to first bring up to the stage those students receiving the Doctor of Philosophy in Kinesiology with a specialization in sport and exercise psychology. First, faculty, please come forward from Department of Sports Sciences. First, I'd like to bring up Ian Knoll, being hooded by Dr. Vanessa Shannon. Next, we'll bring forward Jessie Michelle, being hooded by Dr. Ed Etzel. Next, we'll bring forward Olivier Schmid, being hooded by Dr. Vanessa Shannon. It is now my pleasure to introduce those students receiving the Masters of Science in Athletic Training. Amanda Clark. Shane Cooney. Cameron Danish. Ashley Dreyer. Caitlin McFadden. Emily Andraka. Rebecca Sanger. Jessica Schlafke. Robert Wright. It is now my pleasure to introduce those students receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in athletic training. Graduating magna cum laude, Amelia Lindsay Adams. Abigail Bennett. Jessica Bonner. Graduating magna cum laude, Ian Cohn. Daniel Heinbaugh. Graduating cum laude, Tyler Hyatt. Tierra D. Howard Berry.
Thank you. Thanks.
Graduating summa cum laude, Kayla Johns. Graduating cum laude, Jeremy Ross. Kylan Sheets. Graduating cum laude, Lauren Taylor. Graduating cum laude, Jesse Teska. Graduating magna cum laude, Shinji Tamura. Graduating magna cum laude, David Weggert. Graduating cum laude, Aaron Wingate. It is now my honor to introduce the Masters of Science in Sport Management, Catherine Morgan Billups. Tyler Colton. Jesse Holloway. Ian Johnston. Cabot Kuhlman. Robert Minetti. Ryan Patty. Dean Polk. Lindsay Toussaint. It is now my honor to introduce those students receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Sport Management. Graduating cum laude, Nicholas Arthur. Graduating magna cum laude, Ian Autenreith. Anthony Bachalko.
Oh, yeah, you nailed it.
Good. Joseph Borsari. Stephen Capizzi. Graduating magna cum laude, Tyler Dries.
Thank you.
Keep it up, man. Graduating cum laude, David Eisenberger. Kelly Flaherty. Graduating cum laude, Amanda Forkey. Daniel Gates. Graduating cum laude, Sean Glynn. Andrew Goldman. John Greer. Graduating magna cum laude, Nathan Ham. Graduating cum laude, Jonathan Harkey. Drew Hyman. Brendan Jobin. Sarah Keene. Graduating cum laude, Nicholas Lawson. Dennis Linker, Jr. Colin McGinnis. Connor McNamara. Stephen Leo Meckelson. Nicholas Miller. Stephanie Mock. Matthew Olbaum. Graduating magna cum laude, Stephen Rupert Orlowski. Joseph Parenti. Merritt Peasley. Graduating cum laude, Nicholas Perlick. Graduating cum laude, Kevin Ream. Tyler Rockenstein. Brianne Rodriguez. Reno Scotchell. Michael Shackle. James Smilkstein. Alec Smith. Graduating magna cum laude, Derek Stahl. Graduating summa cum laude, Coleman Elchi. Graduating cum laude, Kelsey Young. It's now my honor to introduce those students receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Sport and Exercise Psychology. Megan Anderson. Shmarky All. Graduating summa cum laude, Amanda Barboza. Claiborne Bachelor. Thomas Brennan, Jr. Michael Castellini. Philip DeLulio. Graduating magna cum laude, Kayla Dishler. Emily Dudley. Graduating magna cum laude, Vincent Fitch. Graduating cum laude, Kyle Friedman. Marina Galante. Graduating summa cum laude, Samantha Geisler. William Hay. Michael Hitty. Graduating cum laude, Alexandra Klauke. Francine Lilo. Allison Lawrence.
Thank you.
Graduating cum laude, Brianna McCann.
I know.
Congratulations. Kelly Mahalik. Graduating cum laude, Lauren Moskal.
Thanks for everything.
Graduating summa cum laude, Chris Northrup. Kylie Phillips. Khalif Rivers. Graduating cum laude, Fernando Said. Graduating cum laude, Alessia Schlody. Robert Schlody. And graduating magna cum laude, Shannon Sine.
Seated there. It's truly my honor to introduce my boss, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Michelle Wheatley, to the podium. She will confer the degrees. Provost Wheatley.
Okay, I think I'm going to go off script just for a couple of moments because there are some things I'd like to say this afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Major Harris for giving just an extraordinary message to the students. That is a really... That's a really tough guy that's going to come back and finish a degree and then come and tell generations of students, you can't quit, your education is valuable to you. So I really appreciate that, Major, and I got to get you in front of the entering first-year students, particularly the student athletes. That's a message they need to hear. Garrett Ford, Mr. Ford, you've done so much for our student athletes over the years. Welcome back. And I agree with you entirely. This is the best college on campus. One of the reasons it's the best college on campus is because they've got a great visiting committee with the best chair of the visiting committee on campus. Judy Hayes is my girl. She is so well connected in the Houston area in NASA. She's gone on and done extraordinary things with her career and is a tremendous role model for all of these students. She's flown up from Houston to get like a couple of minutes of FaceTime with you guys, so you got to listen to her this afternoon. This is a great university because we've got an amazing Chief Diversity Officer now. There have been 19 graduation ceremonies on campus, and I have attended 7. And this gentleman, he has attended 8. So he wins. Thank you, David. All right, now I've been out to all these other 6 ceremonies, and I've been telling them that the noisiest crowd by far is CPAS, and that we actually have noise meters in all of the venues, and we actually gauge the sound. And so don't let me down this afternoon. So we're going to have a warm-up exercise. Passion, pride, persistence. That there is the dean of your college, Dana Brooks. He has just successfully completed a 20-year review of his administrative leadership, and we're re-signing him. He is the best dean walking. Give it up for Dana Brooks. All right, that was your warm-up. Remember what I told you? There's a competition going on here. Ready? Will the candidates from the College of Physical Activity and Sports Sciences please rise? Candidates, professionals in your field help people enjoy the benefits of sport and physical activity across the lifespan. Physical activity plays a vital role in improving people's health and well-being. Having acquired real-world experience in state-of-the-art fitness and wellness facilities, you are well prepared to transform lives through the teaching, research, and administration of sport and human movement programs. As West Virginia University graduates, always aspire to put your education to work exploring our world's greatest problems. Continue to cultivate your global awareness and aim to create a more peaceful and just world. Constantly refine your abilities to uncover facts, analyze problems, and communicate clearly. Dream big and never ever stop learning. Share your pride in West Virginia University wherever you go, and act as ambassadors for WVU and the life-changing power of education. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining hereto. As West Virginia University's newest graduates, you may move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your achievement. Please join me in congratulating the newest graduates.
Please be seated. We'll go off script just a little bit here. And I'd like to invite Chelsea Wooding to the podium. Chelsea is a doctoral student majoring in sport and exercise psychology, and she serves as chair of the Dean's Office Student Advisory Board. What we tried to do several years ago was to try and engage you, the students, in part of the administration oversight of our college CPAS. To that end, we invited and selected students to be part of an advisory board. Well, Chelsea here has something very special to share with you, the graduating class of 2013. So, Chelsea.
Thank you, and good afternoon. As the Dean mentioned, my name is Chelsea Wooding, and this year I had the honor of serving as the chair of the Dean's Student Advisory Board. The Student Advisory Board is made up of graduate and undergraduate representatives from each of the 2 departments within CPAS. The advisory board met with the dean to develop ideas to enhance student success. This year, the Student Advisory Board was tasked with organizing professional networking activities for the students of the college, which included a party at Black Bear in February and a Pizza and Connect party this spring. Along with organizing activities, this year the Student Advisory Board had an even bigger challenge. For the first time ever, the Student Advisory Board raised money to support a CPAS scholarship for an upcoming senior. Money donated from these graduates sitting in front of you will go directly to the 2013 class gift. Funds will support a CPAS student in the form of a one-time only scholarship awarded to a senior CPAS student with an overall GPA of 3.5 and above and shows significant service to the community and our college. The scholarship will be awarded in the fall of 2013. Class of 2013, you are a part of history. Your gift will make a difference for a future CPAS student in a way that no other CPAS graduating class has done before. And now, the bar has been set. CPAS class of 2014, you are challenged to raise the bar even higher. Graduates, thank you very much for your time and thoughtfulness. And from all of us on the Student Advisory Board, congratulations once again.
So 2014, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, it's truly my honor to introduce a very, very good friend and colleague. Her name is Judith or Judy Hayes. As I said earlier, she's the chair of a visiting committee. The question might be asked, what is a visiting committee? Well, the visiting committee is appointed by my boss, the provost. Those visiting committee members come throughout the United States. They give up their time, their energies, and their expertise. Freely give of their time and expertise to help you, the students and faculty. We are so blessed to have a renowned professional in Judith Hayes. She serves as chief of NASA's Biomedical Research and Environmental Science Division there in Houston, Texas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Judy Hayes, several years ago, permitted the visiting committee to go to NASA to see the inside operation of NASA. While there was a space station flight taking place, we got to see it operated. So please welcome Judith Hayes, my friend and colleague, to the podium to deliver the alumni charge. Judith Hayes.
On behalf of all the graduates of the university who have preceded you, I extend to each member of the class of 2013 congratulations and best wishes. Today, you are joining a legacy of success that reaches back almost 150 years. Over that time, WVU graduates have succeeded in almost every field of human endeavor. They have been heroes in battle, have lifted our spirits through the arts, have revolutionized technology, have saved lives, have committed themselves to public service. They have explored the mysteries of our universe, have built business enterprises that employ thousands, and have nurtured society's next generation. The story of each graduate is unique. WVU has given you the tools to succeed, but now each of you must find your own path to success. With that in mind, I offer this charge to you. the class of 2013. As you enter one phase of your career, start learning what you need to advance to the next stage. When you set goals, be flexible, and don't be afraid to change your plan if circumstances warrant it. As you work toward your goals, don't forget to spend time nurturing your relationships. As you develop your unique gifts, apply them in ways that make our world better. When you have to choose between thinking like the crowd or thinking for yourself, choose to be an innovator. When you have the chance to explore a new place or a new perspective, take it. As you travel the world, wear your flying WV with pride. And when people ask you where you learned to succeed, tell them you're a mountaineer. So you and I, we all, are forever linked by our experiences during our journey on the WVU campus. We are part of the Mountaineer legacy, and it is because of this legacy that we have a responsibility to WVU, the college, and to each other. Once again, congratulations and Godspeed to you, West Virginia University, class of 2013. Thank you.
Isn't she fantastic? Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise for the singing of our alma mater by Aaron Scarberry. Please rise.
Our alma mater, the home of mountaineers, sing we of thy honor, everlasting through the years. Alma, our alma mater, we pledge in song to you. Hail, all hail our alma mater, West Virginia U.
Whoa. Please be seated. Some closing remarks. First of all, how about another round of applause for the class of 2013? Yeah. A note, graduates, you are welcome to tweet and upload messages or photos at #WVUgrad. Yeah, new technology. And we are proud of you. But we could not leave here today. I think it's my duty as Dean of your college to lead us into Let's Go Mountaineers! Let's go! Mountaineers! Let's go! Mountaineers! Let's go! Mountaineers! 2013 class. Thank you. Another round of applause for our faculty who've meant so much to us and to you. To our distinguished platform guests who make my job easy, my provost, my boss. In closing, family members and guests, please remain in your seats until the platform party and our graduates have been dismissed. You're invited to a reception in front of the CAC. I'm sure Major Harris and Garrett Ford and the faculty would love to spend time with you. So again, let's go Mountaineers. Enjoy the rest of the evening.